Hi guys, welcome to the channel. So today's Talk About It Thursday, and we got something a little serious to talk about. So continue to watch, and I'll see you after the intro. Let me just give you a gist. It is relating to the uprise of, let's say, violence, even though it's a pandemic. Okay, so continue to watch, and I will see you guys after the intro. Alright, so let's get straight into it. And this is going to be a quick talk about it, and then, I also got to do my other videos as well, because the goal is to have videos Monday all the way to Friday. But anyways, so past weekend, there was a school shooting, and if you are not interested in talking about the safety of within the classrooms, the safety within our community and things like that, and you feel like this is triggering, please go and watch my other videos. You can skip, but I think this is important, and it's something that we do need to talk about. So I did a video before, and I was talking about how, like, being in the school building is a little nerve-wracking. It's a little scary sometimes, right? So there's been kind of an uprise of violence within school buildings and in our communities and societies as a whole, right? And I feel like a lot of people are not talking about it. It's been just swept under the rug and just onto the next, as it happens within the school building as well. Like, we talk about it, we have a couple of, maybe 2 days or so, and then it kind of just, not swept under the rug, it kind of just get moved to the side. Okay, because you got to continue with the things that you got to continue with. All right. So there's this thing where everyone is blaming being isolated, being virtual for several, let's say 2 years, and not being in person, and how all this tension is happening, and adults are fighting in airplanes, adults are fighting in school board meetings, adults are fighting at restaurants, at adults are fighting at stores, all of that, right? So the conversation that's being had is that kids are mimicking and taking that on as well. And the reason why I wanted to have a talk about it on today, for the Talk About It Thursday, is because I kind of feel a little different. I feel that things are being viewed as escalated because of the pandemic, and now, like, how schools are being placed under a microscope, right? And how everything is being evaluated. Some schools are trying to figure out if they're going to go back virtual, if they're going to stay in person, if they're going to do half and half whatsoever, right? So a lot of things are being reported. There has always been school fights. There has always been other violence in school. There has always been fights in communities. Always been violence in school. Different types of communities. And I just feel like it's now being under a microscope. Okay? And that could be a good thing, because then policies are going to be made and things like that. My only thing is, don't just make the policies because you're being placed under a microscope. Make the policy for the betterment of people, right? Safety of people, for the future. If this is being distractive, let me know in the video. But I just wanted to sit down comfortably and just talk to you guys about this. So, people are always fighting, okay? And I think it's lack of, what do you call it? Conflict solving skills. Let's say that, okay? And what I mean by that is, you and someone have a disagreement. You have 3 options, right? You can flight, you can run away and ignore it and just, just not deal with it. You can confront it, and that can come with its own conflict, where it's like, it can escalate and it can become either violent or not violent, right? Depending on how you deal with it. You can address it in an amicable way where you guys have a discussion and figure out what is the misunderstanding, or where someone was hurt and not hurt, right? That's another thing. Many times people are in the state of the moment right now. Okay? You did something to me, so I'm going to react right now. I'm not going to pause and think about it, yada, yada, yada. And to me, that needs some work, because what you do now will affect your tomorrow, will affect the next couple of seconds, right? So if you are not processing, if you're not stop, think, and react, there's going to be some more, I guess, a worse repercussion for things that you got to deal with, right? So a lot of kids are, not just kids, but adults. Let me just say that. A lot of people are reacting right now, okay? And the issue with reacting right now, people will take out their phones and record. And now, what just happened just now is now going to follow you to tomorrow, the next day, your future. You can deal with it after the fact, come to a resolution, everything. But what you did just now is going to follow you, right? So a lot of, especially within the school system, kids are like fighting to put it on social media. Kids are fighting off social media and bringing it to school. Adults are fighting on social media and bringing it to the streets, right? Saying, let's meet up, let's fight, let's do this, let's do that, right? What are you gonna do after? You got in a fight. Now you gotta deal with your face, your hair, men, females, woman, man, male, females, whatever. Like, it don't stop right there. It don't stop right there. And the worst part is when it's no longer about these, right? Because growing up, many of us was like, okay, let's duke it out, right? Let's meet up and let's duke it out. It's no longer about this. People want to involve other things, and that's why it's scary, guys. That's why I am scared, for not just young adults, not just kids, but also like our community, our environment, because the things being brought into the situation that are not just these, right, cause more harm. Crazy harm. Okay? So the involvement of this new thing where people are purchasing devices from online, different website, putting them together, boom, 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 making their own DIY weapons. And that is being brought around, causing harm or being used as protection in certain environments that cause harm to others. Like, so there's been an uprise of ghost guns. Okay, there's been a uprise of people duking it out in the streets, right? Catch me outside moments, okay? And I'm talking about it today because I'm kind of like puzzled. I am. I'm truly puzzled. And let me know in the comments, like, what are your thoughts? I am puzzled. We were hit by this whole bid, right? Hit. Everyone, except for those that are, let's say, shelterless or home without a home, was in a what do you call it? Not just quarantine, was locked down, like confined space, couldn't go to this, couldn't go to that because things were closed. So to me, that means we all need to do some mental checks, because if that is the main reason why people are popping off now, because they were being in isolation for a while, then we need to have a deeper conversation, right? I feel like there's lack of self-control for certain people, and that could be emotional control, that could just be like in the moment, mental, right? Physical control. Some people just can't handle it. I don't think it's the pandemic. I don't think that's what the issue is. Like, I feel like everyone is trying to just not be a punk, right? I'm gonna tell you what I feel, yada yada yada. Like, you can tell me what you feel, but what you feel doesn't really matter, because what I feel, like that, right? Or I'm gonna show you like I'm tough by bringing this extra tool to show you that I'm tough. So in this moment, right, while we were in a pandemic, and many people are no longer with us right now, guys, because this virus, right, this thing took away many people. Like, and to me, that is a moment we need to kind of think about what is important, what is going to elevate your blood pressure, what is going to cause you to put hands on people, cause harm, take away another person's life. And that's what, like, I need to talk to y'all about that, because there are cases of people thinking that they can do that to some other person. Like, it is not in your hands to do that. I truly believe, like, and I always say this, everyone is someone's child. Everyone is someone's mother, someone's father, someone's friend, someone's sister, someone. Someone. It's not in your hands to take away a person. And neither should a person take away another person. Like, and I guess that's a kumbaya, right? Trying to live in a kumbaya world or whatever. But y'all didn't think about what just happened to our humanity. All of a sudden, there's still cases of people being like being trafficked. I can't even pronounce it right now. People getting their lives taken away from them. Brutality going on. Like, there's so much, and it's kind of emotional emotionally draining. Like, majority of people in this world do not step out of their house thinking that they're not going to come back to their house. Do your part. Do your part so that someone can step out and come back home safely, and you can step out and come back home safely. And it's just been getting on my nerves. Like, it's been getting on my nerves because I value life so much. Not just mine, but the lives of others. Like, I truly do. And I feel like every single breath is important. Like, every single one, every single experience is important. Don't take that away from someone because of an argument, because you want to show up and show out or whatever. Like, what can we do? So, one of the resolution within, and I will talk about education and school systems or whatever, because that's where majority of my time is spent, right? But what I'm saying is, within the environment that I'm in, there is this idea of conflict resolution, right? Or restorative justice, or not just restorative, but like conflict resolution, trying to have people meet up and come up with a resolution, talk about it, and things like that. And I know, especially in the state of California, there's things like that happening, and there's statistics of it working. And within our system as well, where I live, they're trying to implement that in many schools. This is the issue that I'm just like, okay, let's come up with it. Let's think about this. Student A, student B, getting a tit for tat, right? Pushing, shoving, cursing, fighting. Then they have a meeting and they talk about it, right? They deal with it, they fix it within that confined space, because not everybody's there. But when they leave the building, what's gonna happen? Let's be realistic. What is going to happen when they leave the building? Because you know people are going to be asking about it. You know people already record it and put it on social media and do all of this. So it's like, even though the two people involved, 3, 4, whatever, have come up with a resolution, it's really hard for it to even subside. Like, because it just keeps going on and going on. Like, often cases, we're just like hearing about situations over and over and over, right? And I'm just gonna try and pause the video and end it, but I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about this, because I just don't understand. If you value your life so much, value the lives of others, right? Value the lives of others. When you're driving on the road, please be careful. When you are interacting with others, please be careful, because you need to do unto others as you want to be done to you. Like, for real. Protect as much as you can, guys. Like, if you notice, and it's crazy, and let me know what y'all think, because I've run into this several times, guys, where, okay, certain kids are like, and I'm saying kids, they're not like kids, you know, disclaim, they're not like, you know, younger adults or whatever, right? So certain people are comfortable with me, and if there's a conflict, I'm able to like get in between and separate, right? You need to go this way, you need to go that way. My tone will change, and I'll be very firm and to the point, right? However, there are people where when this situation is starting to escalate, they might just call the cops, or they might just call security, right? Alright, this is why building relationships with people is really important, and making sure your first step is not for things to escalate. It's to actually de-escalate things and try and come up with a resolution where people can just go to separate corners, right? And then address it here and there. You know, address one person, address the other. Just make sure they're not within their like space of each other, because then I feel like the tension would just continue, right? So there's this idea of bringing officers into the building, and it depends. I think it depends. It depends on the neighborhood. It depends on the type of kids. It depends on the actual officer as to how he or she, or preconceived notions or preconceived behavior. There needs to be a background check on this officer as to how they've interacted with people before, and if there's cases on this person or not, before bringing them in an environment where it might leave a bad taste in the kid's mouth, right? So let me know. What do you guys think about having officers within school buildings? Okay? Not just security guards, officers. Armed officers within school buildings. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about having mediations? Right? What do you guys think about the idea of just pause, think, and then react? Okay? Because I think we all need to be pausing before just like reacting, because what you do in this second is going to affect tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And do you guys think that the whole thing of the pandemic and being in isolation is causing people to be irate and just violent in a sense? Let me know in the chat. I just wanted to come and kind of talk with y'all, because I don't even know, like, when I'm asked, I'm just like, do I answer because of my relations with certain people, my experience, or do I answer based on the current predicament, right? And I gotta pause and I think about it. I'm like, okay, let me think about it, because I really don't know at this moment. But the uprise of violence, like, check out your state, check out your school districts, check out your county or whatsoever, and you will see things are just escalating. Like, and I'm just like, well, we not just, and are we still not in a where people are losing their lives? Do you not value yours? You know, because that's one major thing. People lose their lives because of beef. No, but I really don't like that. And you guys will already know, I am a big person of education and just having self-elevation, improvement, you know, preparing for the future, not just our generation, the follow generation, right? Leaving a legacy. Like, what is your legacy? What is your legacy? What do you want to leave in this world? Because it seems like people are not really just going and, you know, leaving this earth because of just natural causes. Majority of the time is because of the action of another person. You know, fight for justice for others, especially those that have been wronged. Like, fight for the protection and care of others, especially those that cannot fight for themselves. Let's do that. You know, and it's not hear no, see no, speak no. No. You hear something, do something. You see something, do something. Okay? You say something, do something in a sense that is positive, right? All positive in the sense that you're trying to protect someone without causing harm to another, because I think we live in a eye for an eye thing, like revenge thing. But I just wanted to come to talk to y'all about it. Like, how do y'all feel? Do you think that things are just, people are just like blowing off steam and things are getting more violent? Do you think that because we are recording everything, that also has an impact because people don't want to be seen as punks, right? Leave a comment down below. Most importantly, I just want to say, take care of yourself. Mask up. Okay? If you can walk away safely, do so. Okay? Protect others. Do your best to de-escalate things and not hype it up, or like, people like to do that. And just, I wish you all the best. Like, I wish y'all the best. Truly, truly, truly. And I just wanted to come and talk to you guys about that. Again, if you're new to the family, all you need to do is hit that subscribe button. Okay? If you're already part of the family, thank you so much for what you do. Today is Talk About It Thursday. And I decided to talk to you guys about how things are like, there's an uprise of like violence. And I don't like it. I don't. Okay? I don't. And I'm going to leave it like that because, I would be going into statistics and like showing you this, and that. But that's one thing that's just been happening. Like, I did not expect young adults to be bringing that into the school at this moment after this pandemic, or still pandemic, right? Because that was already happening before. So I was also, because I guess there was an awakening within me as well. But that's life, right? Not everybody goes through the same journeys and same elevation, same awakening at the same time, right? But if you're already part of the family, like I said, thank you for all that you do. I will see you guys for tomorrow's video for Fashion Friday. And make sure you share this video. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment down below as to the things that I talked about. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what type of topics y'all want me to talk about on Talk About It Thursday. And again, it's mostly current event and what's going on, right? Don't lie on no one. Don't hurt no one. Protect yourself. Love yourself. Do your best. And that's really all you can do, right? And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!